Yo, it's Mo Flava. You're here for the catch-up, right? Nice one. Always good to have you back. But don't forget, the real vibe happens on 947, weekdays 9 a.m. to 12. In the meantime, kick back and enjoy more of the good stuff right here on Prime Media Plus.
You're listening to
Mo Flava on 947.
So I was a little bit late this morning. I don't know why. You know, these things happen. And when you're late, there's always a few things that, fall in the wayside and things you forget. So as I'm driving up the driveway, I realize, I'm like, no, man, where's my small tub of Vaseline? I'm like, no. I slammed the brakes, reversed, straight down that driveway, ran out the car to get my small Anyana tub of Vaseline. You know, the small one, smaller than the size of a tennis ball. And then I got in the car and I'm like, okay, cool. I know I'm late, but now my day can start. Because if you go through any car that I'm driving, there are two things that you're going to find guaranteed, apart from the keys. You're going to find a miniature tub of Vaseline, because I hate dry lips. And I can't go through a day with dry lips. Don't ask me why I couldn't stop on the way at a filling station or a shop, whatever. I'm already late, number one. Number two, with all the traffic that I have to get through, the last thing I want to be doing is stopping in some garage to buy a small Anyana tub of Vaseline. So if I've forgotten it, I will turn back and I'll go and get it. It stays with me everywhere. The other thing are a set of headphones for obvious reasons. But even when I'm not booked for a gig, like I could literally be going to a wedding and I'll take my headphones with me just in case. It's one of those things, right? Don't doctors take their stethoscopes everywhere, right? You know what I'm saying? So there are certain things I believe are non-negotiables. In other words, things that you always take with you in the car for whatever the reason, for whatever the trip, for whatever the purpose on any given day. So if it's not a small tub of Vaseline because you hate dry lips like me, or your headphones because, hey, like me, then what else could it be? I've got this uncle. I don't know what he calls that chili sauce, but he's got a small bottle of chili sauce that he takes everywhere he goes. It doesn't matter where he is. Hell, he could be going to the doctor. He's taking that thing with him. You know what I'm saying? Because he wants to use it in every meal that he has. It doesn't matter what restaurants he ends up in, etc. So what's that one thing that you always need in your car before you drive off? And is it for dietary purposes? Is it for maybe just aesthetics? Or maybe there's other things like superstition or your beliefs, religion, culture, even safety and protection. Yeah, I think it gets a little bit more interesting there.
947.
I promise you now, you can tell if I'm doing a show with dry lips. Like you can just tell. Like you can hear it. Oh, his lips are dry. And when that happens, please call me out. Call me out on my BS, because I can't be doing radio shows with dry lips. Which is why, if you get into my car right now, there's a miniature tub of Vaseline. Because that's one of two things that I take with me everywhere I go. Everywhere I go. And yes, self-care began long before Sobe. It began with Vaseline. That's what it did. That's when it started.
Oh, hope it's going well. So I'm a coach. So wherever I go, there will always be a whistle in my bag and basically also my gym equipment my gym bag, because I always try to sneak in a workout in between classes or whenever I get a gap.
Hi Mo, it's Kings here. So aside from, the staples like hand sanitizer, tissues and hand lotion that I always have in the car, very, very big for me is my little blanket. I have a hot water bottle, a TENS machine, pain meds, pain patches that must always be in the car because, I battle with chronic pain and it can just come out of nowhere, and I need to be well prepped and ready, and also a pair of socks. Cool stuff.
Is this like an ambulance, like a mobile medical unit or something? I mean, what isn't in there? Is there like a box of Adderall for some pain relief? Yeah, listen, these are the things that we feel we need. Whether it's comfort, whether it's placebo, whether it's for real sort of medical issues, hey, when you start your engine, that stuff better be in there. Otherwise, your day is just going to fall apart, right?
4.7, I definitely couldn't leave my house without my vape.
Your vape, yeah. Are you guys allowed to vape in the workplace? Because, yeah, I'm just curious, like, yes, you can rock it in the car, but what happens beyond that when you step into buildings, etc.? Do you forget about it for a couple of hours? Things that you have to take with you the minute you get in your car and start that engine.
947.
So is it about practicality, and hence you always have an air freshener in your car? You open that middle compartment and there's an air freshener. You know, just in case things get out of hand in there. Bless anybody who drives around with jumper cables, because you guys literally are doing the Lord's work. Like, you know what I'm saying? I haven't quite, I'll be honest, I haven't quite hit the consistency in terms of always making sure that I've got jumpers in the car. But you know what? It's because I've never really needed them for myself. But it's not always about me. It's about other motorists, perhaps, that might need a jumper cable, somebody you know, etc. So if it's not all of that stuff, I mean, what else could it be that you have to take with you the minute you get into your car?
I always have to have a jacket or like a jersey. Actually, like two forms of it. Like one I can wear in a formal setting and the other one can be like a hoodie or whatever. So, because I don't know what the weather's like. Also, like a bottle of water or something.
I get you with the jackets, because sometimes, you know, in the middle of the day, somebody's like, don't you want to quickly meet so-and-so or meet me for whatever reason? And sometimes you want to kind of maybe change your look a little bit. So practically that jacket then comes in handy. You know, you can switch it up if you like.
Yo, ma, I've got everything in my car. Everything except to cure cancer or otherwise. So what is in my cabio is my son's Legos. I have a utility knife, like that one with the little scissors and XYZ. Got that in my car. In my handbag, there is obviously female emergency products. And then I've got a big stone in my car. That's my son's idea. Probably that would come in handy if somebody wants to attack you. Yeah, and that utility knife thing came in handy because one day I was driving, going, and all of a sudden I heard this, and what had happened is the bucky's spare wheel fell out from under the bucky. And I just saw the wheel going. So I actually had to lay down, cut my hoodie's string off and tie the bloody thing back and then go and look for the tire. So eventually I did find the tire and I did find the cover.
You go, G.I. Jane, you go. Did you say stone? Did I hear correctly? A stone. Hey. Look, there are a whole lot of things that people carry in their cars for, you know, defense or self-defense purposes. I mean, we've heard the stories about cricket bats and golf clubs and, you know, just metal rods, all types of other things. Yeah, I just wonder if we ever use that stuff.
Hey, Mo, my guy. Nice show. Hey, my man, me, I live in South Africa. You know how our country is. I always have my pyung with me, if you know what I mean. Even right now, I'm driving to a client meeting. It's here. Keep it up, man.
Hang on, you're going to a client meeting with your pyung? Huh? So you're gonna go to the client meeting strapped? Like, is the client supposed to see that you're strapped? Is this like an intimidation tactic? You know, while you're having this meeting and things don't seem to be going your way, and then you just whip out the pyung and put it on the table, and then all of a sudden, like in the movies, the whole conversation just changes. Yeah? Oh boy. I hope it's legit. Surely it is. I mean, you're telling me on radio, right? So it must be legit. Nah? I hope so.
947.